we are back again to continue the story of Sherlock Holmes, The Awakened. Last time we managed to get to the London harbour, and well, there still hasn't really been that much that has happened. To recap a little bit, we started out by taking a case for a patient of Dr. Watson who had a servant gone missing, and we determined that he was likely kidnapped, possibly by a strong man, since the servant who was kidnapped was fairly big, muscled himself. And we determined that the kidnapper was likely a sailor. So we traveled to the harbor, and if we ignore the side stuff that we ran into, the most interesting details is perhaps that we have talked to a person called Roy Soulsby, whose card was found where the servant was kidnapped, and he was not very strong built. We didn't really get anything very useful out of him, but there have been a couple of other people gone missing from the harbor, including the brother of a young boy, who somewhat curiously described Roy Soulsby as being big muscled and having a glass eye. And when we talked to a waitress, also at the harbor, she, however, identified the person with the glass eye as somebody else, a big muscled person that we have not run into yet. So it could be that this young boy misremembered, or that perhaps this Roy Soulsby fellow is a kind of Jekyll and Hyde personality, where he has one weak variant of himself and one very strong variant of himself. But still, it doesn't seem so very likely, so it could be that we are looking for two people here. So there are some loose threads that we have not solved yet. Most significantly perhaps being the mother of this young boy who had his brother kidnapped or gone missing. So the mother was taken to the hospital, and there is a sort of field hospital in this harbor area. So I guess we'll go back there first and see if we can't find out anything more from the people there about this missing mother. Apart from that, I think it's most likely that we are missing some sort of information, so we will have to look around if this visit to the hospital turns out to be a dead end. Still no supernatural elements so far. There was a haunted warehouse in the last episode, but that turned out to be not supernatural. It had a very simple explanation for what was going on. So we have yet to run into anything very peculiar so far. Perhaps this will change this episode. On related matters, I mentioned last episode that I had started reading a book that's sort of similar in topic to this game, namely Sherlock Holmes and Lovecraft Mythos book, and I've now finished reading this, and I placed a video with some of my thoughts on the video up on the channel also, so it was an enjoyable read, and it's the first book in a series, so I'll probably read the next one also, and we'll see how far I get. So it's somewhat interesting. It takes, at least it appears to take a very different approach to the supernatural than this game does. Or at least I think so. So we'll have to see, and the only way to find out is by actually starting the game, so let's continue. Okay, so here we are by the Cursed Mermaid, and we have, let's see, Haunted House. This is probably finished. Cart Accident, this was also finished, I think. Sick Mudlark. Barmaid, Spade Chemical Location, this is also finished. This is this Soulsby character. We will have to return to him. Foreign Woman, this is what I think is the most promising lead so far, so we'll look into that now. And Mr. Soulsby didn't have very much to say, so this is again about something finished, and this is related to the boy that went missing, and his mother. So I think we have gone through most of this now. So this is this servant has gone missing, Kimia, and this is a different person that's missing. So this is the missing brother. But I think we'll go with see now. Foreign woman. Mr. Soulsby claims that the foreign woman repeatedly asked him about a disappearance. She is the one who hung missing person posters all around the port. So do we have something else related to her? No, it doesn't. Seem like it could be that this is one, but I think that's probably just to get to the house where we could talk to the remaining son. So we'll leave this one pinned, and let's go to the hospital. Can also ask some people on the way.
Is this familiar to you?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Sadly, most people don't know anything, but we will continue asking. Optimistic as we are. So, see if we can talk to perhaps this person.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm sorry, but I don't know anything.
She doesn't know anything. And let's see now. This is where I think there were some. Yes, this is where there were some sick people. Let's go down there also and have a little chat with some of them.
May I ask you something?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
He doesn't know. I don't know what he's doing. So let's see here. After this fellow.
What are you looking at? You like to watch how a man suffocates himself for food?
Gentlemen, the doctor here and I have found the source of the contamination. Spade Chemicals will take care of it.
That's pretty good news. But how long will it take? And what about our friend? Will someone pay for his treatment?
Pressurize the
satisfy
company.
my curiosity. But now get rid of the stained clothes and rinse any phenol-affected skin. No one else should touch the canal today.
Thank you, we'll do that. Let's go to the chief doctor for help.
Okay, so that was required to actually.
May I ask you something? Sorry, sir.
Now we at least finished that side case.
Do you know anything about this?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Do you know anything about this?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Are you able to help me?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
May I ask for your assistance?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry, I know nothing.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Tsushima can't answer your question.
Can I ask you a question? Sorry, sir. Can't help you. Can I ask you a question?
I wish I could be of help, but I can't. Sorry.
Yeah, that's.
Is this familiar to you?
I wish I could be of help, but I can't. Sorry.
Not much help there, fortunately. We established last time that Sherlock Holmes isn't a big fan of water, so we try to stay away from it. And can we get back onto the road again? We'll try to visit the hospital, which was over here, if I recall correctly. Okay, so this place is now empty. That's too bad. I wanted to talk to the doctor who was here previously.
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
That means, I guess, that we are back at looking around to see what we missed. And I think asking people is probably important part of that, so that's what we'll continue to do.
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
Yeah, Dodson is still hungry, it seems. Just go around here, and if I recall correctly,
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some
This-
supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
Is this familiar to you?
I'm sorry, but I don't know anything.
I think this door is in to the tavern. Yes. So there's one door there, one door there. One over there, and perhaps one here. No. 3 doors. Let's try to talk to this lady again.
The people here are resilient. Tomorrow it'll all be forgotten.
Okay. Is there something else we can present her with? Let's see now. Dirty Summers. Okay. Perhaps we'll go and ask about him then. If we can't find anyone who knows him. So just this fellow here, perhaps.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Yeah, can you find any dirty summers in this harbor area?
Help me, please.
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Okay. That person didn't know anything. Is this a person I can ask? It's just sitting there. I guess we'll gradually move towards pier number 3, where Roy Summers is standing. Okay, so the Star of Gibraltar is seeking a carpenter and able seaman. Write to Captain Akkab, Lendell Hall Street Post Office. Okay, that doesn't seem like something I can easily do anything with. Strong men needed for honest work. Apply for details at the pub any Wednesday. Okay. Is that something? No. Doesn't seem like that was interesting enough for us to get a clue or something like that, so we'll have to...
Could you help me?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
We'll have to proceed with what we have, and that we will do.
Are you able to help me?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Okay, you can't help me. Pier number 3 was this way, if I recall correctly. Who's this lady?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I wish I could be of help, but I can't. Sorry.
People don't know very much here, do they? Still haven't run into anybody who can provide me with information on Dirty Summers. Could be that this is not something we can get any help from the random people walking around. We'll try, so perhaps these two, or at least one of them. I'm sure we can talk to the ones sitting up there.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Yes. No, can't ask him, and he left, so... Is this? Yes, this is pier number 3. This fellow first, then we'll go and...
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
and we'll try Mr. Salisbury again and see what he has to say. I'm not sure if he has anything new to say. We did talk to him last time and exhausted most of our dialogue options, but we'll have to try at least.
Wonder why people are going missing. Puts a man on edge, you know.
Okay, so at least he had a comment on that topic. Very interesting. Okay, we have a new hat. We prefer this one. No, I think this one is better. So, do you have anything else we can ask him about? relevant. Okay, perhaps this.
I could do with a pint of the Cursed Mermaid. With the thought of walking in this fog.
Okay. It's useful. Barmaid. Okay, let's just...
I need a little Dutch courage to walk in this fog. But I'd have to walk through the fog to get to the pub. That's just cruel, that is.
Oh, at least he's saying something that's on topic.
I need a little Dutch courage to walk in the...
Or so I thought.
It's fog. But I'd have to walk through the fog to get to the pub. That's just cruel, that is. I need a little Dutch...
It doesn't seem like he... Right.
Courage to walk in this fog. But I'd have to walk through the fog to get to the pub. That's just cruel, that is. I need a little Dutch...
Testimony... So this is the strange part. The boy says his brother Gervish disappeared after Roy Soulsby, a strong man with a metallic eye, hid him. So Roy Soulsby is evidently not very strong.
Courage to walk in this fog. But I'd have to walk through the fog to get to the pub. That's just cruel, that is. I need a little Dutch...
Seems like we won't get anything more interesting.
Courage to walk in this fog. But I'd have to walk through the fog to get to the pub. That's just cruel, that is. I need a little Dutch courage to walk in this fog.
Dead end.
But I'd have to walk through the fog to get to the...
So we'll have to ask around a little bit more. I think I think this perhaps is the,
that's just cruel,
the one that
is.
seems most promising, so we'll go with this one. We have the warehouses, PR3, Cursed Mermaid, and Shantytown. Let's walk up towards the warehouses, shall we?
Could you help me?
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
Not much help there, unfortunately. So here we also have someone sitting.
Are you able to help me?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Much help there.
Do you know anything about this?
Nope. Sorry, I know nothing.
No, nothing. No.
Are you able to help me?
Nope. Sorry, I know nothing.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I'm sorry, but I don't know anything.
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Do you know anything about this?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Yeah, it would be nice to know actually how this asking somebody about something mechanism works. Is it just a random chance that somebody will answer, or is it...
Could you help me?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Is it perhaps a specific person that can answer, or is it the first person that I ask in the correct area who can answer? I don't know. I have gotten answers to some of my questions, so there's definitely possible to get answers out of people, but still I haven't really figured out exactly.
Are you able to help me? Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
Exactly how it works, and the area is fairly large, so I could walk around here more or less all day and just ask people. So perhaps I should use this walk around with this vision, and maybe that helps a little bit. Maybe spot something that we have missed previously.
Could you help me? I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Yeah, there's also a person sitting.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Yeah, we'll continue asking a little bit more, but I guess at some point we'll have to consider what we are going to do. So this two? Isn't this the one we were inside?
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
So we'll have to
Help me, please.
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Could you help me? I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
yeah, we'll have to consider having to change some difficulty options or something like that to see if that will help. But for now we will try a little bit longer.
Is this familiar to you? Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
To see if manage to find how to get further without.
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
May I ask for your assistance? Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
Perhaps we should have a look at the Mind Palace thing. Experience so far has indicated that it's probably too early at this point to start fooling around with it, but since we are more or less stuck here, I think perhaps we will do so anyway. So let's see now. This who adopted Kimiha? Can we do something here? So it's 3 of these and 1 of these. Who adopted Kimiha? We have the disappearance, of course. No. Barmaid, and none of those appeared to stick very well. So no, nothing there, and none of these are of interest. So we try this one. There is Kimiha. So this one is 2 of these and 1 of these. So we don't have any information about that really, so I don't expect us to be able to answer this at this time. but let's see how it goes. Nope, nothing. So it means we will have to continue. Let's see now. The icon on HUD notifies you when there's a new question to answer in Mind Palace, or when you have enough evidence to answer one question. So, okay. So, according to... When all correct links have been made, the evidence will be combined and answer revealed. Often you will not have all the correct evidence to answer these questions, so keep investigating until you do. Answering a question with correct evidence on the first try grants you a bonus score. Okay, so there's point related motivation here for doing this quickly. So we don't know which one of these, but let's fool around with this one a little bit. Let's just see what happens. Yes, now it changed a little bit. Okay, so we were actually able to devolve something here, and now we have we don't have any thing more to do there. So okay, so we have actually the possibility of fooling around with this one when we get an indication there, and this time it didn't permanently attach the correct information which it did previously. So either it's become a little bit more difficult, or I still don't really understand how this thing works. So do we now have anything new we can use? Dirty Summers Kimia's kidnapper. It seems that Roy Salisbury could be Summers accomplished. Okay, let's pin this one and try to confront Roy Salisbury again. I don't think we have any information that
Can I ask you a question?
I wish I could be of help, but I can't. Sorry.
Any information that actually helps us to know where Kimiha is located yet, but perhaps if we talk a little bit with Mr. Roy Salisbury, that can be determined. So let's do that. It was over here, I think. Up the London Bridge, perhaps? It's still being constructed this time. Seems to be unfinished. And here we have Mr. Roy Salisbury, so let's see how he reacts to this new information that we have determined.
What are you gawping at?
Mr. Salisbury, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
What is the crime? Who is the criminal? So is this one?
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really?
That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
No, so what is Soulsby's connection to the crime? So, we have this one, calling card.
Your calling card was found at the crime scene. That's enough to make you a suspect.
You cannot be serious.
And then we have one more item. Let's see now. Soulsby's secret. This is unrelated, I think. This is perhaps the best we have, but I don't think this is really a good evidence. This one should also not be relevant. Okay, let's try this one. So, sure.
This proves nothing. Sorry, you lost me there.
Okay, we can do this.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
We have what is the crime? He's a criminal. So we have this one.
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
And I suppose we could be missing something still. Let's try one more time and see what happens. So we have the calling card.
Your calling card was found at the crime scene. That's enough to make you a suspect.
You cannot be serious.
Then okay, try this one. Sure.
This proves nothing. Sorry, you lost me there.
Yes.
I shall take my leave.
So I guess we are missing some evidence. We will have to see if we can find somebody else to talk to. If we can find somebody who knows something about these two, that would be good proof, I guess.
Can I ask you a question?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
If you run into somebody and know something, that's okay, but barring that, I think we'll try to talk with the boy again, who has had his brother be kidnapped and his mother gone missing. And we'll talk to the barmaid once more.
Do you know anything about this?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
So there's mainly the boy that has some kind of connection to
Are you able to help me?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
to this Dirty Summers person.
Help me, please.
Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
Good, that seems the best place to start.
Is this familiar to you?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
And the boy, he was on this side, I think. Let's just check here first and see if the doctor is back. No, he's not. And is this something interesting? No. Simply a lamp. So I think perhaps he's further along in this this road here. Let's try. Yes, I think it was behind here that the boy lived. Yes. Is there anything else here of interest? No.
I'm sorry about my English. I try hard, but the rules don't make sense. It's stupid.
Okay.
If I need to, I'll work to support my family. Just like my brother.
This wasn't very useful.
Emma's gone and Geirves too. So I will be staying here. Emma's gone
No.
and Geirves too. So I will be staying here. Emma's gone and Geirves too. So I will be staying here. Emma's gone and Geirves too. So I will be staying here. Emma's gone and Geirves too. So
Wasn't very useful.
I will be staying here.
That means we'll be going to talk to the barmaid and the police officer if he's still around. Let's see now, is there a shortcut to
Could you help me?
No, sir. I never heard of it.
the shortcut to the tavern here? I think there was.
May I ask for your assistance?
Oh, sorry, I know nothing.
But does this person know or something, perhaps?
Be careful on the port, gentlemen. The fog is
Okay, not useful.
particularly thick tonight. Be careful on the port. Gentlemen, the fog is particularly thick tonight. Be careful on the port. Gentlemen, the fog is particularly thick tonight. Be careful on the port.
Okay,
Gentlemen, the fog is particularly thick tonight. Be careful on the port, gentlemen. The
there.
fog is particularly thick
So,
tonight.
what do we do now? Guess we'll walk around a little bit more.
Excuse me, just one question.
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
Yes, it is. This one is done. I guess we can't do this one yet, but let's just fool around with it a little bit just to see what happens. No, this doesn't seem useful. Yeah, I guess we'll just be...
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
just be walking around and there must be something that we have missed. We are looking for this person. Okay, let's ask about him then. Perhaps that's useful. Somebody can tell us something about him. That's probably what we will need, since we have this confrontation dialogue. I guess that means that he is guilty in some way. Just have to find out why. So it gotta be that we have still don't have all the information that we need, or it could be that we chose poorly when we selected these evidence items against him previously. So we'll look around a little bit, and then if that doesn't lead us anywhere, we'll have to...
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Can I ask you a question?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Yeah, nobody can help us.
Are you able to help me?
No, sorry, I know nothing.
Could you help me?
I'm sorry, but I don't know anything.
Nobody knows anything, unfortunately.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
Yes. And, yes, as I was saying, we look around here for... Okay, now these people are gone, actually. So I guess that means that we successfully ended this quest, and then they are no longer needed here. Let's walk along here, just in case. So there's evidently something we're missing, but I don't know why. So we can always go to this Roy Solsby character and just have to spam all the combinations of the different items we have and see if any of them leads us somewhere, but I sort of suspect that the problem is that we are missing something, because we don't really have anything that ties Roy Solsby to this key.
Is this familiar to you?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
We don't have anything that connects Roy and...
Do you know anything about this? Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
Roy and the likely kidnapper.
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
May I ask for your assistance?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Of course, it could be that we should ask somebody near this area. That's why we're not getting any answers. We have been everywhere here, I think. So let's try to ask people in this area and then confront Soulsby again. Let's see now.
Are you able to help me? Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
Yeah, this wasn't anything interesting either.
Can you satisfy my curiosity? Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
The Pier 3 should be perhaps down to the left here. Either here or a little further along. Let's try here first.
Is this familiar to you? I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Now we are Pier number 2 now, so have to walk a little bit further along. But just for its completeness sake.
Could you help me?
I'm sorry, but I don't know anything.
Could you help me?
No, sir. I never heard of it.
No, nobody knows Mr. Soulsby. It seems. Let's try this one instead. Perhaps this calling card is more relevant than the other item that we tried to use. So let's try it again with this person here.
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Excuse me, just one question.
I can't tell you because I don't know.
No, this seems to be a very much different response. But still.
Excuse me, just one question.
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Let's go over all of these people.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Good, and I guess it's trying to confront Mr. Soulsby again, so there are some variations of the different pieces of evidence that we have not tried yet, so let's do so. Shall we? Let's first look around here a little bit. Nope, not much of interest it seems.
What are you gawping at?
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
So let's try a different order this time.
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
Doesn't seem to be much relevant here, but let's try for the sake of completeness there. So,
Boulder Dash. Sorry, you lost me there.
I would think so.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that? And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
Okay, so the order is important.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
The first one is this one.
And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
And then the calling card.
Your calling card was found at the crime scene. That's enough to make you a suspect.
You cannot be serious.
And then there's one more item. None of these really appear to be relevant, but so let's try this one. Sure.
This proves
No,
nothing.
it doesn't.
Sorry, you lost me there.
No, we're back at.
I shall take my leave.
Seems like we need some extra piece of information.
What are you gawping at?
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that? And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that? And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me
Yes,
there.
I think we need
I shall take my leave.
something else. So what could that be? This one is probably too early to worry about. And we don't really have that much. This one I think we are finished with, so this one is not interesting. This one I think we're also finished with, so this one is can be ignored. This one is important. This one... this one is sort of redundant when you have this one, I think. This is not relevant. This one is not relevant, I think. By itself, this is also... not relevant. And of course this one doesn't prove anything, rather the opposite. This one is important again, so this one and this one are important, and then we have this, which we haven't really been able to do anything with, and this one we also haven't been able to do anything with. This one we used to get to the boy. This one didn't pop up, so it's probably not relevant then. I guess if we run into this Dirty Summers person, perhaps we could do something, use it for something, but okay, so what can we do something with this, perhaps?
What are you gawping at?
No.
I shall take my leave.
So we are back at looking around, and we'll try to walk around the warehouse area a little bit, I think.
May I ask you something?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Are you able to help me?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Or perhaps we should take a trip to the other pier and ask about this Dirty Summer person there. I think the barmaid said something about him going aboard.
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
He said something about him, perhaps,
May I ask for your assistance?
Oh, sorry, I know nothing.
yeah.
May I ask you something?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Could you help me? Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
Yes, she said something about him perhaps working at a different boat, so if there's a different boat here, it would have to be on pier number 1 or 2, so let's try to look around there first, shall we? Perhaps somebody can tell us about him. And hopefully this is the best piece of evidence we have for finding him.
May I ask for your assistance?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Is this familiar to you? I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Yes, and so I will. So I shall. So we go down here. And I think we have some boats down here also.
May I ask for your assistance?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
He looks like he was busy regardless.
Is this familiar to you?
I'm sorry, but I don't know anything.
Are you able to help me?
I'm sorry, but I don't know anything.
Can we enter here? No, perhaps not.
Is this familiar to you?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Dog doesn't have anything to contribute either, perhaps not surprisingly. No boats here. Have any sailors down this way, perhaps? Ah, here we have a fellow. Let's try to avoid jumping into the water. That didn't go so well.
Is this familiar to you?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about it.
Let's try the piece with him also.
Do you know anything about this?
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, that didn't change much. There we walk on, ever optimistic, ever hoping that we will find what we are looking for. Perhaps on this pier. He's a sailor. I would think that's at least somewhere there would be a sailor that knew something about him, but no luck so far. I'm thinking about what to do if this approach doesn't...
May I ask for your assistance?
It's a shame I can't answer your question.
If this current approach doesn't turn out to be successful?
Is this familiar to you?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
I guess we can try to...
Can I ask you a question?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
We can try to run around in Batman vision thing we are using now to see if there's something we run into that is relevant. And the warehouse area is quite large. There could be that there's something over there that we have missed.
Could you help me?
I can't help you with this.
May I ask you something?
No, sir. I never heard of it.
No, it doesn't seem like Dirty Summers is a person that is well known. We'll continue for a little bit more. And then we'll try next strategy, which is running around in Batman vision, and if that fails, try the set or control set or whatever it was, key that was listed in the...
Do you know anything about this?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Listed in the loading screen.
Is this familiar to you?
Listed in the loading screen as a way to get hints, so that's what we'll try to do. But we walk a little bit further first, and then we see.
Are you able to help me?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
No. wonder if we get this
What are you
this
gawping at?
confrontation thing because we are able to.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
Is it because we can succeed, or is it because we have found at least enough of these to be able to confront him? I'm not sure. Let's just go through all of them and see what happens.
And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
Okay, so we have.
And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
Is it just me, or did we get a different set of options just now? Okay, let's start with this one.
And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that? And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
So we need to have some.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
Need to have some sort of connection to him, I guess. Okay, so we start with this one.
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
And we have the calling card, of course. Okay, let's go this one.
Boulder Dash. Sorry, you lost me there.
No, I still.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
I still think I'm missing something.
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
Boulder Dash. Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
Your calling card was found at the crime scene. That's enough to make you a suspect.
You cannot be serious.
And so we are here again. This one is not relevant. This one should not be relevant, I think.
It's true. And that's before mentioning your gold watch. It's brand new and awfully expensive for a customs officer. Clearly you have found yourself another source of income. I'm sure Scotland Yard will be delighted to investigate further.
All right, stop. Look, it's not as it seems. I did not partake in the kidnappings.
I'm all ears, Mr. Soulsby.
Yes, I know Summers. He paid me to turn a blind eye to his business in the warehouse area. Just that. On my word.
You did not tell me which warehouse he used?
I do not recall. But I used red paint to mark unsupervised warehouses. Ought to be one of them.
What else can you say of Summers?
He's a regular at the Cursed Mermaid. Goes there with his crew almost every evening.
What for?
I don't know. I assumed just for a drink.
Okay, so we did actually have all the information we needed, and now we have some interesting information we can take back to the barmaid also, because I think she didn't indicate that she knew him that well. Perhaps he's the father of the child. It could be amusing. So let's go back to her first, and then we'll take a round in the warehouse area to try to find the warehouse where he is doing his nefarious deeds. So again, let's think a little bit about what happened now. When we got the sort of provide evidence dialogue with Roy Summers, we did actually have all the information needed to solve it. So I guess that means that when we get that dialogue, we can actually complete it. That will be useful to know in future. Save some time running around trying to find things that do not exist. But first, let's talk to the barmaid and see what she has to say.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir.
Okay, so now we have okay, so this one.
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses to wash.
If we follow the logic from the previous dialogue, I guess that this means that we now have information enough to confront her, so let's try again.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir.
Okay, so this one is relevant.
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses to wash.
But it was not very...
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir.
So this one is relevant, but perhaps not the first one. And so perhaps we actually do need some more information. This one doesn't seem relevant. What is the crime? Who is the criminal? And okay, so let's try this one.
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses to wash.
Okay.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir.
Neither of these seem relevant. let's start this one.
Enough. I have hard evidence that Summers was involved in recent kidnappings across London.
I'm not surprised. So what?
And haunted house, not relevant. Goldsmith's calling card. Testimony of the Nepali boy, not relevant, I think. So this one is probably relevant. I'll try this one.
A customs officer, Roy Soulsby, testified that Summers was a regular here. You must know something about his business.
All I know is his drinks order.
Okay, so what is the final piece then? This one shouldn't be relevant. Probably not relevant. Perhaps this is relevant. I'm going to guess this one is not relevant, so it's either this one or this one. It would be a quite leap of logic to go with this one, however, so let's try this one. Yes.
Hard to make heads or tails of this. Are you finished? I have glasses to wash.
So we have two first at least.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir.
Enough. I have hard evidence that Summers was involved in recent kidnappings across London.
I'm not surprised. So what?
And then the second one was this one.
A customs officer, Roy Soulsby, testified that Summers was a regular here. You must know something about his business.
All I know is his drinks order.
And then I guess this one is his final one then.
If the lives of the missing do not concern you, then I would urge you to think about your unborn child.
Are you threatening me?
Nothing of the sort, but that doesn't mean that there won't be consequences for your silence. Everyone knows you happily served Summers and his crew. Should the police come knocking, you'll be the one going away. And none of us wish to see you raise a child behind bars. Now, spare yourself the trouble and tell me all you know.
Okay. Summers hired my private room. I think he used it to recruit people, but I haven't seen him in a few days. He paid me cash, so I paid him no attention. Nor did I touch anything inside. Here's the key, go and do what you will. Just leave me out of it.
Okay, so this time again it was the testimony that was the final piece of evidence. I'm going to guess this is the room. Okay, so now we have actually been able to progress quite far. Nothing interesting there. Let's look a little bit more closely then.
The hairs on the back of my neck stood up.
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
Strong men needed for moving crates in warehouse area. Okay, invoice for sailcloth, the Parker and Williams Company, Manchester, 50 crates. Okay, it doesn't say where. Warehouse.
5 shillings. That won't go far. Strange symbols. I don't recognize them.
And here we have perhaps our first hint of the supernatural. The job is to move crates in the warehouse area. Dirty Summers hires men in the pub's private room. Okay. Do we have... No, perhaps we can do something here then. We have the disappearance, strange symbols, high notice, and we have invoice for sailcloth and barmaid's testimony. Ah, two of them matched, and this one is 30 summers aside men for warehouse work, specifically to carry crates of sailcloth. The abductee should still be inside the warehouse, which should be marked with red paint. And I actually think I saw a warehouse door with red X previously. So should be a simple matter to
We must go.
Oh no, no chance of a pint then.
Not sure what kind of evidence we can present to her, but I'll postpone that. Let's try to gather some more information first. Find the warehouse. Yeah, the warehouse area should be over here, on this side. And hopefully it will not be too difficult to find the right one. No red paint there. No red paint there. So let's go up here. And it's presumably through this door here then. Which direction do we start? Let's look a little bit around on this side, shall we? So here we have red X.
Wrong warehouse. Nothing to see here.
This warehouse number 1, I think, over this direction. No red X either, so that was number 1. Here we have number 5. No red paint here either. Let's have a look using this vision. Didn't see anything more of interest. It will be too simple if it was just right next to the entrance now, wouldn't it? So we'll probably have to walk a little bit. 4. Doesn't seem like this was it either. Probably not this one either. Not this one. been through at least half of the warehouses, I guess, so we should probably soon be seeing it. Now, here we have warehouse number 11. No paint here either. This is a dead end. There, now we should soon find it, I think. To be down here then. Warehouse 12, and it has red paint. Is it the one, perhaps? Yes. Okay. So. Okay. It's that doesn't look correct. Okay, so one in the middle and two on the left and right side. This perhaps is more correct. No, almost. This perhaps the way it should be done. Yes. Marvelous. And let's enter.
Really, Holmes, this ought to be beneath you.
As my brother would say, it is for the greater good.
And we look around, and I have another one of these. What happened?
Mold. That's why you don't leave sailcloth lying out.
These happened sequences, which are quite fun.
Good quality, but torn in many spots.
Yeah, something happened there. Ah.
The scratches are fresh, left by something metallic.
Like somebody broke in here, perhaps, or broke out.
There are a couple of marks on this end.
I see we got an achievement. I don't know who the
This crank saw some use.
No.
This crank saw some use.
I don't know who the intruder was, but I guess we'll find out. Ah, there's a second floor also.
The layers of rust will prevent any movement.
Perhaps this is where we'll find something interesting. very exciting so far.
It's stuck. No one's used it in a very long time. It's stuck. No one's used it in a very long time. It's stuck. No one's used it in a very long time. Well oiled and well maintained. Fit for a crank.
Okay, there was a crank downstairs, so perhaps we should use it. Okay, what is going on here? So there are lots of crates, but I don't know what's in them. This one up? Yes, we can. And then we can probably use it upstairs also. That's my guess. Not quite sure what will happen now. Is there something beneath the floor here? Is there a basement or something? Let's find out. Possibly something beneath it then.
A hidden passage, just as I expected.
Well, this is certainly surprising. Kind of odd for a warehouse to have this. Okay, so then we have to see if there's something else we want to do here. But it seems like we actually finished with this location. And if we are to take the previous one as a reference, we will not be going back. So, what are the new things here? Lifting mechanism, Kimia's whereabouts, hiring notice, strange symbols, invoice for sailcloth, rustic key, Landroy Salisbury's testimony. So I can't see that there's anything else that we need to do. We did have this evidence thingy on the barmaid when we left, but I think we have pumped her for all the information we need, so I guess it means that we are more or less finished with this area, and that means that this is perhaps a good place to end this for this time. We at least managed to progress a little bit. Lots of wandering around, but hey, all's well that ends well, so yes, I think that we'll say that that's it for this time, and goodbye and goodbye.